So starting with some spiraling around the body, circling around, so up and under and around the hips, around the lower back, travelling up through the spine, across the shoulder blades, across the chest, weaving up and around, and just sensing where feels available. Maybe the neck would feel good to move, and including this movement as well. So really just slowly, consciously, hopefully enjoying this movement as we start to circle, spiraling around the spine, both directions, just for a few times, easing into the body, just kind of warming up in this direction. When you've continued and then finished, come to just a flat back position. And then allow the hips to drop from side to side. So we're slightly letting them fall heavy, side to side, glancing over opposite shoulders as the hips drop a little heavy in the other direction. Lovely. And then coming back to the centre when we've completed that last hip dip. And then just come to lie on your back when you're ready. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Arms can rest on the floor beside you. Right ankle bone to left knee. Right hand to the right thigh. And just apply a little bit of pressure here so that we are pressing a little bit away the right thigh from the body. And you might feel some nice stretch there around the front of that right hip crease. The top of the thigh. And we'll just take a breath or two here. Release the hand down. Keep the ankle bone on the left knee. And we're just going to swivel side to side. So just keeping legs as you have them. Yeah. And then allowing the hips to spin a little bit side to side. Dropping heavy, maybe a bit to the left. Heavy, a little bit to the right. Or holding back a little bit if we don't need to go that far. So just doing this as far as you need to actually go. So a little bit of rotating there through the spine. Good. Come back to centre. Pick up the left foot. Press with the left leg in. Draw the right leg in with that left leg. No hands, just for a moment. Feel your strength. And then interlace the fingers around the left thigh. Apply enough pull through the left hand, through both hands, so that the left leg and the right leg eases in closer. Take a breath. Lower the left foot down. Keep the right ankle bone on the left knee. Still prop up onto your forearms and your elbows. Stay there. And then you could stay here if the stretch is enough. Or come onto your hands and lift the back off the floor. And then here you might just take a breath or two. Perhaps pressing a little bit more into the chest if that feels good. It's all about how much stretch we really need or want in that hip. And then releasing the ankle bone. Good. So coming to sit on the right hip. Right foot to the inner left thigh. Hold the left shin. Raise the right arm. Reach up. Reach over. Take a breath in. And then lowering the right hand down. Reach up through the left side of the body. Option to drop the right forearm or stay on the hand. And really reach through the left fingers there. Lovely. Come back to centre. Release the legs around in front of you. Come back to lying back on your back body again. Knees bent. Left ankle bone to right knee. And again, same as before, left hand against the left thigh. We're just going to press a little bit into the thigh, sending the leg away from the body, opening a little bit that left hip crease. A couple of breaths here. And then releasing the left arm down, lowering the legs as they tip gently over to the left, over to the right, easing into the front of the hips, the inner, the outer, the lower back, a little bit into the waist, and breathing. Good, and we'll slowly make that journey back to the last side before we come back to the centre there. And we'll come back to the center, picking up the right foot now, pressing through the right leg, pressing in both legs, and maybe straightening up the right leg some more. Holding that before we use the hands, just working into your range of mobility, range of motion before the hands. Then thread the hands around the right thigh, and you can use the arms to pull in a little bit closer, going into your flexible range. Breathing, toes to the shins. We'll start to bend the right knee, lowering the foot back down. And then we'll prop up onto the elbows first. Maybe make a little judgment then if that feels enough stretch in the left side, or coming onto the hands. And you can get in as close here, or bend the elbows. Maybe a little feeling a lift in the chest so we're not crunching in. You know, we can breathe the space here. A couple of breaths. And then releasing the left ankle bone. And we'll come to sit on the left hip this time, with the left sole of the foot against the inner right thigh. Hold the right ankle, reach up through the left arm, take a little side bend to the right and breathe. Come back to center, lower the left palm, left forearm down, and then we're folding to the left for that whole right side through the fingertips down to the hip crease and breathe. Then coming back to center, release the legs, make your way to child's pose or cat-cow. I'm demonstrating something in between cat-cow and child's. So as we flex the spine, sinking back to child's pose, as we draw forwards, extending the spine into cow pose. Rounding through the back body, hovering the hips down above the heels, and inhaling as we shift forwards, heart forwards. Coming back to the heels one last time, and this time we will settle into child's pose, resting the forehead on the mat or on your cushion or on your forearms. And we'll just gently breathe for the next few moments here. So this little practice is complete. We've covered all possible movements, directions of movements through the spine, through the hips. Great to do maybe halfway through the day, especially if you've been sedentary for a few hours, or before the day begins, or at the end of the day if we haven't moved much. And you can repeat any of these postures or stay longer in any postures if that feels right for you. Hope you enjoyed that. Drop me any messages or feedback. Take care. I'll see you soon.